Good afternoon, John here. Now you can see I got my top shelf cleaned off, dusted, everything taken off and vacuumed and kind of rearranged, put stuff back up there. But I'm doing the workbench now. Yeah, I never did figure out, my grandpa gave me this workbench way back when. He'd had it for I don't know how long, and I don't know what all he'd done to it. I'm thinking he added the two drawers on the bottom. I'm thinking the original bench was the leg system, because it's well built. It's all mortised and tenon, and then the lid, this flops up there, and where I've got the routers, it flops up and there's stuff in there. But I'm thinking he added these drawers, but I've never figured out exactly what I've added. Was this ash? It's all dirty now, but this was ash, and then I pegged it. I put screws in, and then I put walnut plugs, and then this bevel here, and then I left the end off so I could brush the wood chips off. But I was looking at it here. It's the main workbench was here, and then I think he had a plank back here to make it all the same height. But I think originally it was meant to be like this. With a lot of wood benches had these tool trays, and Rockford was basically cabinet making. A lot of cabinet making shops down on the river that ran off the belts. But I'm looking at the top. It's maple. It's what is it? 2 inches thick, 2 1/4, and these are 1.5 inches, and then every other one is 5/8. There's a 1.5 inches, 5/8, 1.5 inches, 5/8, 1.5 inches, 5/8, 1.5 inches, 5/8, 1.5 inches, 5/8. Looks like maybe they have two 5/8 together, and then another 1.5 inches, which I find kind of interesting how they made that top. And then instead of having square, I had to make these for it. These little, most of the old cabinet benches were square for the dogs, but these happen to be round. This one was really big. I don't know if they had something that slid in there that pounded down to hold it. And then I made this vise for it out of walnut. I made that to go on it. I dovetailed here, and I had this screw, but I added this whole mechanism here. I made that for it. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know the total history of it. And then I added that little vise there, but it's not pretty, but it's functional. I guess it's kind of like me. Well, I don't even know. I'm not as functional as I used to be. Too many aches and pains, I guess. But anyhow, it's just interesting. I find stuff like this interesting, the history of old tools and old workbenches. So, all right, you have a good one. God bless.